I'm a true work of God. I was a sickly child when I was growing up, and many told my mama she will never leave. Now I am here, so I know what the Lord has done for me. Now I'm blessed. Now I am blessed. Oh yes. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Now I'm blessed. Now I live past the age that everyone thought that I would not be alive. But look at me now. You wouldn't know that I was not supposed to be here. So, oh yes. Oh yes, yes, yes. And that's why a part of my name is Resilient Queen. The Queen comes from my birth month, which is Agosto. So blending both together. So anyone out there that was not supposed to be alive today, but God restore you, just remember that God restore us too. So I love you. So I love you. Love, 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 love to each and every one. So I love you. Love to the Most High, love to the Most High. Love to the Most High, love to the Most High. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Love to the Most High. We have to give it to Him. Yes, when I was little, they said I should not be living. But I'm past. I surpassed, guys. I surpassed. I surpassed with 2 kids. Blessings, blessing. God is good. And that's why sometimes we have to take a pause and lift up our voice in praise. Not just lift up our voice with talking, but lift our voice up with praise. Let He fill our mouth with praise. And the songwriter say He will fill our mouth with praise. We got to. Your mommy kick you out today. Wow. Wow. Sorry you're going through that. I hope you're not on the age for your mama to be kicking you out. I hope you're not on the age. And I hope whatever it is, your mom can find a place in her heart to restore us, because I know how the kids are. I got 2. Sometimes they on your nerves, and the last thing on your mind, the last thing left on it, the roll of your tongue. The last thing on the roll of your tongue is, where's the exit? Because at this point, you don't want no entrance, you want exit. Your mom slapped you. Wow. I hope you're not on the age. I hope you're not on the age. It's everybody going through something, but I hope. Are you safe where you at? I don't want to. I want to be up in your business, but I'm just making sure you're safe, because Children, we hear about it on the news all the time. We want to make sure our children are being protected, you know, as well as we have to learn to honor our mother and father. And parents have to also be blessed. Wow. So are you safe? Oh, you're safe. Because that's safety is first at most. If you're staying with a loved one or so, that's good. Make sure you're safe. If you're not safe, if you can find, if you have a cell phone or something, reach out. Oh, I safe. Yes. Okay. Okay. Good. 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 That's good. But anytime you feel you're not safe, wherever you are, you dial that number, call, call for help. Okay, don't never be afraid to reach out for help. And one thing we also have to remember too, we have to, as young, when we are young and our parents talk to us, because I was a young girl too, and when the parents talk to us, sometimes it can be so overwhelming depending on how they're talking, and then we will feel like they don't love us when they're trying to steer us in the right direction, and then they're stressed out and dealing with their own hurdles, their own skeletons, and in the equation with children, it can cause a lot of trouble, a lot of explosion, a lot can happen, so we want to just strengthen each and every one of us. Gen X effects sneaks in looking for snacks. You missed the snack. You missed the snack. You miss the snack. You miss it by the inch. Hello, sunshine, man. It's cold over here. I don't see the sunshine. It's cold over here. But I'll take the sunshine. There's a brand snacks in Jamaica that the brand is called, I think, Sunshine Snack. Well, I think, which one was that? Was it Bigfoot? Which one of the snack was Sunshine Snack? I can't even remember which one I used to eat. The cheese balls. Yes, that's Sunshine Snack. Oh, you do not feel safe. So is anywhere close by that you can reach out? Do you have a cell phone where you can reach out and call the local police department that where you at so you can get some help? Or do you have a close family member that you could call where you could reach out? What kind of weather are you having where you at? Because you don't want to be outside freezing and all these things, be on the side of the street that you don't want to be hurt. Jedek say, "You are the sunshine with all the shine you have." Oh, okay, thank you. Uh, so if you don't feel safe, my dear, where I'm at, I only can give you some suggestions. These are just suggestions. Try to reach out to your local police department if you're not feeling safe, and I think they have a 24-hour hotline. I forgot the number. They come with one recently. Like if you think you feel like you're in danger or children being abused or so, they have a hotline number. I didn't write it down the other day. And which state are you in? Are you in America? Are you, or sorry, which country are you in? It's not general. In what they call it. Be specific. Are you in the U.S. or outside of the U.S.? You don't have to tell your location. It's just where exactly you at. I mean, if anybody out there listening or something, you can reach out. They can reach out to you. Oh, you stay at your sister's house. Okay, well, good. All right, that's good. So I hope everything is well right there. Hope everything. And while you're there, I would encourage you to start to reflect. Reflect on a lot of stuff that you're going through, because it's never easy when we have to go through trauma, and it's never easy because even on the other end, you don't know what is going on. But I would encourage you as a young person to just keep going, keep pushing yourself for excellence, and never give up, because sometimes hurdles are and comes in our way, and it's also a way to push us, to be resilient, to push us. It's not there to push us away, but it comes in our way to tell us that we need to wake up. It's like you're sleeping and somebody knock on the door, and you were supposed to go to work, and somebody bang on it and say, "What are you doing? Not supposed to go to work." And it's so fast you jumped up. It's so reminders. So when these things are happening, I encourage young people, start to think about what is it that you want out of life. and try to program your mind that way so you don't have to be so stressed out when you're in situations. You know what I mean? It's easier said than done, to be honest. It's easier said than done. But these are just some encouragement, you know. You know what I mean? You say, can you praise dance? You can praise the Lord. But where I'm sitting down is not gonna be comfortable for me to dance, and then I'm not in a dancing mood. I could send you some hearts. I'll send you some hearts. Those hearts are from me. So, stay strong, be positive, because we all go through something. And also, we gotta, these things, sometimes setbacks are reminders that we need to change the narrative, and a lot of things begins with us, okay? A lot of things begin with us. And if I'm assuming you're much older, because it's very late now. So a lot of times we have to learn to listen to our parents. Sometimes they don't mean us no harm, not all the time, but sometimes they don't mean us no harm. They just want the best for us. We have to look into that. Yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine. We have to learn to look into things and think outside the box. Don't box ourselves in, because when we box ourselves in, that's when a lot of stuff come at us, and then we don't know how to deal with it, and then we impose all that we don't know how to deal with, onto others. So we have to really take time to reflect, and that's why it's very important for us to take a break from anything and take time to listen so you can heal from a lot of stuff so you don't have to make those same mistakes again, whatever that situation look like. I go to bed. Yes, you have a blessed night, my dear, and hope you feel better. And if you believe in God, you keep praying and God will direct your path. So you have a blessed night. And for anyone that is out there, you think you are going through something, you just start to reflect on your life and ask yourself a lot of questions. Do I want to keep doing this to irritate someone? Especially if you're big enough, you know? Ask yourself a lot of questions. Do I want to always, okay, you don't know what other people are going through. That's number one. It could be your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your uncle. And if they're older, they're going to want to try to steer us in the right direction. And when they try to steer us in the right direction, sometimes it can also, to us, our interpretation could feel like they don't mean us no good. You know what I mean? So we have to make sure we're trying to strengthen ourselves with the love of God, because He gave us a mind and a brain to think. And when things are not going right, we know when it's not going right. So when things are going good, we need to embrace that as well. All right, so we can have a strong foundation to get ourselves out of anything, you know. Because when I was younger, if my mother didn't believe in me, when everyone was saying, "Oh, she gonna die, she gonna this, she gonna that," because I was a sickly child at a young age when I was very young. And if she didn't believe in me and the people around her, then maybe she would have given up off me. And the fact that she didn't give up, I have to give thanks to her. I give honest to God. You know, I remember my grandfather saw me once. I said, "Look, girl, look at you, look like you're about to die." So, coming from a long way, the songwriter say a mighty long way and a mighty long way to go. So even though you're coming from one struggle, we have many more struggles that will come. But it's what we, as we grow older, are gonna do with those struggles, are gonna make the difference from where we were to where we are. You know, blessing comes from many things. To the ups, to the down. There's a songwriter said through the ups and down. So through our ups and down. It's like you go somewhere, you apply for a job, and somebody tell you no. That put a dent in a part of you. That put a little dent in you. Not everybody. Some people just take it on like a champ and move. And then another person felt like, okay, they hear so many no's that the last no that they went somewhere and the last no they hear just put them in another zone. Because for every no you hear, you have to reflect. Why this person say no? Why this company say no? Reflect on what you're doing. Think back about what you did or say or didn't say. that could have really set you apart to hear the word yes. And then sometimes it's just not your time. It's like watching American Idol and you so many people from all over come to audition, but they only want maybe say 30 people, for example. I'm just saying. But you have so many people that they have to go through, and they have to go to the trial runs first, and then afterward they can come to the front page. And it's not easy. Sometimes they could be good singers, but because that moment they is so overwhelmed to know that they were coming from nothing to something and their life about to change. Sometimes along the way they have a reach to the stage, but stuff get the best of them in the middle. That's a big setback right there. You're just right there, just right here. And just one change of thought change the whole thought process of everything. And that's why in life we have to learn to generate, regenerate, program our minds for learning, unprogram our mind and reprogram it back. It's like every year, even with devices, you have to update it. If you don't update it, then it might run slow or something. Same thing with us. If we don't meditate, we don't spend time with ourselves, we don't take care of ourselves or something. Same thing, our body going to run down, and then become a whole lot of issues. And then sometimes we get one too many, then we don't know how to handle it, and then we just burst out. Not burst out on the scene like the American Idol show, but we just burst out because we are so stressed out. Now we just decide to just let it out like a pan of water, just burst. And then this point now we lose ourselves, you know, lose ourselves. And we could be talented. Because some of the smartest people you see right now out there on the street, they were educators. They were everything. Alice Map, greetings. How are you? You say you speak in straight facts, Queen. Yes, thank you so much, Alice. How you doing? Greetings. So we have to sometimes shuffle ourselves up. Even with me, I constantly shuffling myself because you're having two young children and two boys at that. Testosterone kept running up in this house, and I'm the only female up in here. You hear me? Alice Map, good, good. Thank you. Glad you're doing wonderful. Glad you're doing wonderful. So we have to, help. You know, now if my kids get on my nerves, I give them two options: one good, one bad, and they gotta choose between the good or the bad. Because when you see so many things are happening, as parents, we can't keep telling ourselves we're good when we're living in denial. And when we're living in denial, these synapses are gonna happen, and as I said, it's quicker to shift to the bad than it's quick to shift to the good. When you shift to the good one after you, you tear, so it's like a dog just tear the cat up. Then he realized he just tear his best friend up, even though dog and cat is not friend. You know what I mean? But it just a life that we don't want to go to that part. Yes, it's a man, you hit the nail on the head, man. Yes, you know. So we have to fight, and fighting doesn't mean we're going out there and fight the world. We have to fight. Nowadays I'm giving my kids option, because when you hear the news and you see all sorts of something happening, and I told my children, I said, yes, the world will look at you young because you're young, and they will protect you now, but you got to remember, you're not going to be at the ground level forever. And that's what we need to also encourage our children. Sean Harvey, I hope I'm pronouncing the first name correct. Hello, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you? How are you? So I want everybody, we have to think outside the box. Boxing ourselves is not gonna work because that's what keeping us worked up. And then when things don't go our way, we get mad fast. You know that movie they call Fast and Furious? No, we fast and furious. We mad at the world. We mad at ourselves. We mad at everything around us. Even when they call, we start to give life to inanimate objects. Cause we mad at everything now. We will knock everything over. And that's a sign that we have a mental problem because we let it go too long. because we lie to ourselves. Lying to ourselves is worse than telling the truth. But when we tell ourselves that, what, we're not doing okay today, and we also let our children know if we're not doing good, because those are the ones they will push your button for sure. Hello, Harvey. Hello, greetings to you. You know what I mean? So, children, please, parents, I know we're going through things, especially when you have young children at a certain level. They really press your button sometimes, but I'll start to encourage you. The same way we can tell them the bad things which quick to roll off the tongue. Let them know the things you're going through sometimes. When I mean let them know, you talk about your emotion to them, I'm not feeling too well. Can you just give mommy an hour or two? You let them know what you're going through. Sometimes you have to snap at them, but you have to catch it back to let them understand what exactly you're facing. What's that? Because in your heat is on, so kind of dry. Come on, do like that. Do like that. Okay, you know what I mean. So we gotta fight, family. Don't lie to ourselves no more. Gone were the days. Blessing my sister. God bless you. Yes, man. Blessings to you, Harvey. Blessings to you. You know what I mean. We can't lie to ourselves no longer. Somebody dear to my heart called me today and they were saying, "Oh, last year you blah blah blah. This year you blah blah blah." I said, "Let me tell you something. The biggest thing you can get in this life is when you wake up and see that day." I say, "You worried about birthday, but you gotta remember when you wake up and you see your day of your birthday, that's the biggest birthday gift you can ever get from anyone in this world, and it's the gift of life. That's the first gift you get. Hey, Mom, I dancing. You dancing? Okay, that's nice. But you're gonna dance to your bed, correct? Yeah. Okay, dance to your bed. No, I want to dance at school. Okay, well you're not at school Monday. Monday? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I want to. But teacher say you don't dance at school, so I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, the argument when the dude did the break over. No. No. Mom, the one that went over. This was his knee. You don't dance at school. I asked the teacher. The teacher said, no, you. Sometimes you might move, but otherwise, you're a statue. You're a log. Mom, my name is I did it. It's his way. You hurt your finger. Everything you call you break. It's not broken. Yeah. Okay, because you don't want to go to bed, you're going to tell me stories. You want to put you in the room? Yeah. You want to go in the room? There's no light in there. You want me to turn the light on? Yeah. You. Both of you. Go. Trying to be slick. Yes, family. But gone were the days we lying to ourselves. We cut that out. Cut that out. Communicate with ourselves. Communicate with our children. I was listening to. I listen to a lot of motivational speakers and so on. They say, let them be your friend. Because that one will always remind you when you're looking at me like, Like today, I'll be looking in my mirror and I'm looking at my hair and I say, whoa, I'll be keeping my hair off late loosely. Oh, like I don't care. You know what I mean? Not that I don't care, just that I just have a don't care attitude at this point. Because when you see you let yourself so long, like, like you're on the brink of being falling over, tipping over. You like it just tipping over, I'm telling you. So please, family. The days of lying to ourselves is over. We gotta tell the truth. Cause God, you don't owe anyone nothing, but you owe yourself something. So you can grow with grace, you can grow with peace. And I tell my children, I say, even though you guys are little, yes, and people will say, yes, children this, children that. But a part of life is if we don't teach our children right from wrong and don't tell them what we are going through, our emotions, how we deal with things. As I say, you don't have to go into great depth of anything you're going through so they can understand. They will always press your button, and then while they're pressing your button, you will have the bills coming up. Like in a few days, rent is coming up. a few days. Light bill is coming up for a lot of people. No car note, because month by month, a lot of stuff is coming up, and nobody press a button when everything is good. Everything will be pressed when everything is bad. What do we do when those situations arise? That's what is going to be the challenge right there. And it's not for people around us to fight, figure it out. It's for us to identify these things. But if we start have conversation with ourselves, then we will realize that yes, because as I said, it's easy to route to the bad, but then when you need to route to the good, it's like we can't even come up formulate a question to think of a good thing. You ever hear somebody go to have a speech about someone and they said, "What am I gonna say about this person?" But if tell them to say something bad about that person, who we, you know what I mean? So the challenge of life is that we have to learn to strike that balance. We can't just want to tip over on the scale all the time. We gotta balance the scale and balance us. You know, reel our own self back in. I'm very much self motivated because I live by myself. And most of the time when I was growing up as a child, I always go most 95% of the places that I used to go, I always go by myself. On most time we go into a group is like when we're doing track. But most places that I can recall myself going to is always me going by myself. Going here, going there. So at an early age, I learned to do a lot of stuff. Even combing our hair, I can recall combing our hair at the age of I think 5 or 6 years old. And I never looked back then. We had much nicer, taller hair, but I used to perm, dry curl until one day I said, I don't like no dry curl. That thing burned the crap out my hair, like and stuff. And then the cream, I used to use the olive oil cream in my hair, and first time I creamed my hair, it burned so bad I was crying like somebody was throwing acid in my head. Like I perm it a few more times again. It was nice. People used to call me Black Chinese at that time because I had a little straight little face at the time and stuff. But that's his life, people. That's just a chapter that phase away, gone. Cut my hair bald. Yes, I was bald in 2011. I had bald head. I didn't have this big head, but I got and I didn't look bad with it either. But I'm just saying, so many chapters of your life, it come, it fly away, it gone away. So, but on our parents and our mother and fathers, our days upon this earth can be long. And many of the things our parents is gonna talk to us about when we are young, because I was a young girl once. And many of the things our parents gonna talk to us about when we are young, we are not gonna like it. We are not gonna like it. We're gonna think our parents is the worst thing God put on the planet. Everything they say, we gonna think that they hate the ground we walk on. But when reality comes, which is when we becomes adults, whether we're married, settle down, find a good husband, find a good wife, find a good girlfriend, find a good boyfriend, or hanging out around the wrong company, the wrong crowd, and everything, that's when we realize some of the stuff that our parents, I'm not saying it's everybody, but that is when some of the stuff that our parents was telling us that we sometimes we see the things, but we were in denial. We wanting to explore so bad that anything they say is like, what are you talking to? Who are you talking to? And then they just be smart at them, and then you probably get a knock somewhere because you're being smart mouth. But then when we grow old and we start to be encountering some of these things in our everyday lives, disrespect, some of this just the random stuff that your parents used to talk to you about, and you see it as an adult now, you're like, wow. I heard one. I had a customer one night and we were having a chit chat, And the customer said, you know what? I grew up, he's a man, and he said, you know what? I grew up, and one day I literally had to say thanks to my mom before she passed away because he had children now. And he said he saw, he understand what his mama was going through while she was there. But at first, he just thought his mom was something else until he have kids. And many of us who have children can really attest to it. Mama, is that how we were when we were children? Because we grow up now and we see everybody look okay, we look nice, we look good, we're educated, we're excellent, but nobody know what the mother and father had to go through just to make you be where you need to be. Especially, I'm not saying it's everybody, because some people left by the wayside very early, because those parents who left their children very early, they have a background too. If you check their background, some of them have children early, didn't get a chance to finish school. Too much was going on. They get kicked out. They didn't want to listen. They want to run here, room for rent, all these things. And then when things happen to them, they left to fetch for themselves, because that's a lesson. But then parents would say, I'm teaching you a lesson and you will learn it. And parents wasn't joking when they say you will learn it. You sure will learn it. Yeah, you can't follow my rules, you will learn it. They will literally left you out there for you so you to learn. And they have a song in Jamaica called "I Learned the Hard Way." Never listen to what my mama say. I learned the hard way. I don't remember all of it, but I just remember that part of it because it's relatable when you can learn the hard way. It's not everybody learning the hard way, you know. And then some things again, you grow up, and most of us grow up and all we learn is education. Education, education. We have nothing to help us in the street. So the children who out in the street early, they are street smart. Most of them are street smart. They learn the street and they accomplish. And we have a lot of them in the entertainment industry right now. They are street smart because the street taught them. Did they go through the hurdles? Oh yes, because they wanted to be men, they wanted to be women. So they learn. But the way things are going now with the generations that are coming, they don't really want to listen to their parents. Even these little kids, when you're talking to them, first thing they say, I got the little 6-year-old one tell me, Ma. So he mad. Ma. Now I'm becoming a cow. Ma. Only thing left for him to say is moo. And call him Ma like you're a cow. Ma. He mad. So he don't say mommy now. He say Ma. Like saying something to him and you irritate him. No, that's a sign that the child is irritated. He call you Ma. So in other words, he calling you cow. Moo. But at the moment, you just have to just like, okay, what is it? Did you do this, Ma? My son, I know he have a smart mouth. He probably get it from me because he got a smart mouth, the big one. And nothing irritating now when you have your first child. Have part of you, and it's the part that you don't even want, which is the smart mouth. It's like a distribution of insult. Egg short, so you can't even take an egg and smack him with it. Distribution of insult, eh? Always got it. The first child always got it. You can stand there when they grow. You love them. But when you look and you see so many things, they got it from you. Especially if you live alone with them. Ooh, they adapt a whole lot from you. The mouthpiece, the acting like they're a little grown man. Well, I'm a boy mom, so but I'm telling you, the mouth. Ooh wee. Ma. Okay, the cow is coming. Hold on. Because I must call you calling me Ma. But we have to obey our parents, family. We have to learn to obey our parents and parents too. When you realize you're having a meltdown, please, please talk to your children. They're your first sign of help. Because me, I'm teaching my child now. I said, which one do you want? You want to do your schoolwork or you want the whoopee? You have to give them option. Because these kids, if you don't give them option, they're gonna give you more option than you anticipate to give them. And these kids are one step ahead, especially if you're the parents who don't who just easy back with your children. They are a step ahead of you. They're literally a step ahead of you. Yes, you want to give them freedom, you want to give them everything, but at the same time, we still gotta know what is freedom to them. They know freedom is to wreck the place, create mess and everything. But also, yes, it's nice to get reeled out. But there's a time and place for everything. And in my household, there's a time and place for everything in here. And a lot of things that are happening now, parents are getting in trouble for it. And a lot of us parents are struggling. So I will encourage parents, please use your emotions with your children. Talk about it. About the synaptic children. Don't be afraid to talk to them about it. Like so they can get a safe place to go to. They can go to their room till you calm down. You can even teach them in coping mechanisms things to help cope while you're going through your turmoil phase. So you don't have to lead to the wrong path. Because as parents, when you're looking and if you're alone, I don't know who you're gonna argue with. You're gonna argue with yourself on the wall or whatever furniture appliances are so in your house. That's who you're gonna have to argue with. But when you live with others and you're around them, you will take whatever you are going through out on them. And the truth be told, sometimes it's not them. But at the time you having a meltdown and you just snap and not thinking. So fighting through what we are going through is also going to be beneficial for our children later. And this don't have nothing to do with your qualification, your education, or all these things. But knowledge is power. We have to strengthen ourselves. Because if we don't strengthen ourselves, we're not going to be able to have nothing to hold on to help our children. How are we going to help our children when we can't help ourselves? If we can't help ourselves, there's no way we're going to be able to help our children. We're not going to be able to help them. Because now we're going to even look at them like a little threat. It's like the song, the guy that sing this song say, I'm a lost child. Lost. But if we start to tell ourselves, you know what? My children are my children, and I'm going to fight, and I'm going to let them know what we're going through. Then I think that will also help them. And it depends on how we talk to other children when we're going through our phase. You give them code. If you see mommy start to snap at you, you know mommy's having a meltdown, so you know what to do. If you have your brothers, your sister in the house, grab your brother and sister, go in the room and also give them an auntie or an uncle number that they can also call and talk to while you're having a meltdown. So their help can be available for those children. Because children can be easily targeted when somebody is having a meltdown. And as human being, you have a whole lot at your plate. Mortgage, credit card, rent, light bill, notes, car notes, whatever it is, excess is this that you take up on yourself. It's like hanging in our basket where we can't reach it. And then when we have that meltdown, all that is going to crumble down. Do you know what I have to do? I got the bills to pay. I got light bill to pay. This one not helping. That one not helping. And then we start listing all the things on our frustration there. And then at this point, you don't want to hear A and you don't want to hear Z. But if we start to practice help with our children by helping, teaching them to go to common grounds and stuff, let they have an auntie or an uncle that you can trust and confide in. So the children can call. Make sure they have a phone that if anything they can call. Have a relationship. Build that relationship. That means if any little thing they know, if mommy start to yell or snap or daddy start acting out or something, they go to their room, they call their auntie and their uncle. somebody that they can call. Start there and see how things work. So that even if auntie or uncle they right around the corner, they can come. Not everybody have the luxury of having their family around them, around the corner like me. I don't have my family around the corner, but I sure have my son have the number for the aunt, and the phone is he put a code on the phone, so he know how to go in there, unlock it, and call his auntie, and he call his aunt every day as much as he can. And if he can call his grandma, I show him the number and he call. Because I know sometimes we overboard as parents, we overwhelmed with a lot of things. And we're draining ourselves, plus our children are there. And we're draining ourselves in a lot of stuff. But start there. Have somebody that they can trust to talk to. You let that person know too. So when you see these, if they see the person call, all right, I told my kids also send your auntie a voicemail because they have WhatsApp. So send your auntie a voice note if you call auntie and not get them to. You send auntie a voice note, auntie it's me, so and so, so auntie can call back, so auntie know what time it is. And sometimes they just wanna call their auntie and talk to, so they can stay out the way. Because too many children are being hurt now, and it's not just one; it's triple. So we have to, we have to get it right. I Cherish Church Network. Greetings. How are you? How are you? You know, we have to help family. And even if you're a grandmother, your grandfather, your uncle, your aunt, or something, reach out to these people. Yes, blessing. My mind run on you today, and I was running up some channel, and I say I gotta get to you. I have you in the book there. I say I gotta get to your channel too. So blessings. Thank you for stopping by. So I'm just saying, please, family, because too many of our children now are being suffering. I'm not saying you must not talk to your children when they're wrong. Nip them in the bud quick. But when you having a meltdown, when things are not going properly for you, and you're going to have a meltdown and to snap at the children also, don't be afraid to talk to your children. Sound serious, yes. Yes, when you have children, because you see what's going on now, a lot of things are going on, and our children are being affected. As a mother, as a parent by myself, I can tell you a lot of times it's my most meltdown with my children is the big one when he don't want to do his work, and I tell him to do it, and I have to keep reminding him. I give him a warning. If I have to do it with you, it's gonna be a problem. So you need to figure it out quick, because after I show you things, I can't just sit there 24/7 to help you. I got to. So that means one is being neglected and the other one is being helped all the time. And I had to let him know it's two of you. The help gotta be shared. Me gotta be shared. Because when the next one grow up and he don't get nothing, he gonna say, "Well, my mom is always helping him, and she never helped me. I had to fetch for myself. I had, kids grow up, and then that's when a lot of resentment come into play. Because like there was no balance for me, for him, for you. There was nothing there. And then now we having meltdowns. So now we become a roller coaster in the house. But living in denial as parents is not gonna work no more because the kids are being affected. So that won't help us no more. Telling ourselves, I'm good. That's not gonna work no more. You don't owe anyone anything, but you owe it to yourself and to your children. So they are gonna be your first sign of support system. And you start early and you will see the result. Sometimes you need a little hug and it's just your children. Accept, can I give you a hug? And let they say yes. You don't just grab them and say hug them, because if you're teaching them to stay away from people and don't just hug people, we also need to have that as well. Can I give you a hug? And wait for them to say yes or no. Because my little one, if I say, can I get a hug? Sometimes we say no. And another time he'll come and just give me, the big one, can I give you a hug? Sometimes he pretend like he don't hear, and then the next time he just come and give me a hug. You know. So we don't want to live in no more denial, people. No, we have to live our truth. As I said, we don't owe the world nothing, but we owe it to ourselves and our children. Because they're the one in our house when doors are closed. They're the one that are literally in our house, have to deal with everything that they're gonna see. And even if you're a two parents household and you see that things are not gonna go so wonderful, send these children, happen like they have somebody that they can call to talk to while you're having a meltdown. Or you guys are going through something that need to be discussed. One person may be on top of the advice, someone, because I know. But as you grow older, you learn, you grow, you develop, you're strengthened. Because that's the beauty part. The beauty of having children is that they're so precious when they're so young. But then every milestone that they climbed, it's another challenge. And every milestone you grow as an adult too, because when your children are growing, you're growing as well. You're growing to grow out. It's a challenge as well because now things that you used to do, you probably don't want to do it no more. You probably feel stressed out, irritable, all kind of stuff can be happening now. And every year is not going to be the same. And that's why we have to start work with our children. Let our children be our therapy, and let we be our children therapy. I'm not telling you to give them tasks and demand them to do it. But if you practice them early when they see things not getting properly, and you say, right now, go to your room, they understand what that meant. If you give them the eyes, they know what that meant. You want your me time also, deal with them, take care of them, make sure they're fed. Because I believe in you feed the kids, let they eat. And not say you overfeed them, but make sure they eat. Because when kids don't eat, they also irritable themselves. They just don't. Sometimes not all kids know how to really communicate to say they're hungry, especially if they're always hungry a lot and you barely give them nothing to eat. Take care of them first. But make sure our children are our first sign of support system we're gonna have. If when they're going through something, we're gonna be their first sign of support system because you have children, and even if they're between even if they're growing old, they're gonna call you, especially if you have that kind of relationship. Hey, mom, dad, I was at work or I was at school, and somebody was so mean to me today. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Ain't you the first sign of support system? So why can't we make them be our support system too? What I mean, start to have dialogue with them, have little conversation with them, have little time with them. The other day, my son said, Mama, I love the me time we had the other day. Because I started to put that in the routine to make sure. We used to have it all the time, but the little one always in the way, I've been paying attention. The big one was sitting down there, and then he was complaining. I can't really get to do what I want to do. My brother is always in the way. And he thought I didn't hear him. He was talking to himself. And he thought I didn't hear him. I know he was talking to his auntie on the phone. I don't know what his auntie asked him when he was telling his auntie. And that can be a barrier for him where he's stressed out. So when I hear that also now, so even when he in his class, like if the little one don't go to school, he would want to be around. I said, no, come. If your brother call him, then I say okay. But if not, I say let's go. And I take the little one go do something else. But family, we ain't gonna stay any longer. I didn't realize time flying so fast sometimes, but I want everybody to understand that God got us, and whatever we are going through, He got us. He got our back, whether we know it or not. He got us. We just have to put things into our thought that will lift up our spirit. Because sometimes we having meltdown. We're a human being. What do you think us be? Octopus, robot with extra hand? If I had extra hands, I would not be stressed. If I have extra everything, I'll be good. But then that's not how life works. We have to always keep generating. Be like a generator, you know. So until then, we're not going to be living in no more denial. And grandparents, uncle, auntie, sister, brother out there, wherever you are in this world, and you know you have a family member dealing with children and they're going through so much and they complain to you. Because a lot of people will have somebody that they complain to, and they complain to you about their children or so. Find ways to have them, see if you can get to the child where you can have conversation with the children. You want them one on one, mom. Because when my kids are having one on one with their auntie, they go in the other room. I don't care what they say. They go talk. Now this is the little time I get if I need to sweep up, wash the dishes, clean up. That's their time with their auntie, and my time is with me. Then, you know what I mean. So find a way to start have dialogue with your family if they're going through something. You know what I mean. One of us gotta be strong, and we can't be sitting down and say, "Oh, we are ashamed." Cut the shame out. Reach out to someone so they can be a support to your children. So especially if you live alone and it's just you and your children, reach out, because a lot of parents do. Because especially when you were living a certain life and then children involved, and then it kind of set you back, because some children, some people, when we have children, it do set you back as opposed to push you forward. That's natural. But at the same time, those things will also stress you out and make you live in denial. So we have to have somebody that can help those children when we are going through those things, you know. So please, family, don't be afraid to get the help, because denial not gonna help. It's gonna lead to worse. And some of the things you might want to root to can land you in jail, and then you don't see your children no more or anything. So please, help is out there, and it begins at home, whether we like it or not. Even when you go through schools, they tell us a lot of things. The first place that things encounter is at home. Then you have the school, then you have the church, you have the community, and all these other environmental things, factors that contribute to a lot of stuff. We learn all of these things, and we've seen it playing out in life. Encourage our children. Everything begin with us. So we have support system. Where their support system, they are our little support system. We're not going to throw our toxic burden on them, but certain things that that are important that those children should know, you let them know. And remember, we only have one life. We might be here today and tomorrow we're not. So the chance you get to talk to your children is the last moment they will probably have in their mind to say, wow. It's like, so I see some people doing interview and they say, tell me one thing you remember what your mama or your papa or your uncle or your auntie, whatever said to you before they pass. So give them those memories. Every day you get up, you make memories with them. I love you. Thank you. You did an excellent job today. Wow. Congratulations. When my car was be able to go up and down, I was able to take them, go here, treat them wherever they want to go. But then you can't do much. But I can still do it at home. I can cook anything. If they don't want to eat all of it, at least they eat something. But please, people. So aunties, uncles, brothers, wherever you are out there, you have a sister or whatever. Don't be out there sitting on say they crazy. Gone were the days where craziness not gonna do anything for you no more. We gotta wake up. Anybody could call anybody crazy back in the days and it worked. Nowadays that not working. It's landing you in bars. So get up, help your sister, help your brother. Sometimes you can't stand them, and that's the living truth, because they get on your nerves. But you're gonna stand them because of the children. You understand? We're gonna learn to stand our family members because of the children. And until then, Chatterbox sign off for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I Cherish Church, Alyssa Map, Carmen Jackson, and Big Jack Story Time, WNC, right? Thank you guys for hanging out. And Jace, thank you so much. And Dara Street Food, thank you so much. Yes, that was everyone right there. So thank you to everyone who stopped by. Appreciate each and every one, and probably reach out to your family members if you know somebody. We all know somebody going through something. I know me going through me, so I'm working on me. Yeah. So reach out to those people and see how well you can help them. But family, I'm done for the night. I'm just gonna write these write these things down. I had a topic to talk about tonight, but then I wasn't getting. It didn't come to me to talk about it tonight. I'll talk about it another night. I write it down though. I got it right here in front of me. But I'll do it another night. I ask God to fill my mouth with praise and He be filling it. And I have to know when He said, don't do something, don't do it. Just leave it for another day. For another day. To God and be the glory. I gotta check on this person name because no matter when I type it in the system, I'm not finding this person here. So before I leave, I'm gonna click on this person name so I can go check this channel out because I can never find this person name. First time it would be easy to find somebody name that visit your live and you want to go check them out, you can't find it now. It's too late, my car break down. Easy, gonna call. Oh, and Gen X effects. Sorry, Gen X. Good thing I scroll back up here. And Gen X effect. Thank you, my brother, for stopping by. I appreciate. Good thing I look up. And then yesterday I was playing around with what they call it. I was playing around with my StreamYard. So I don't know what I did, but I set it up. I thought I had set it for today because it was late last night. So it's not gonna premiere till tomorrow. So I don't know what did I do, but I know I tried to do something. So let me see how it come out tomorrow. I want to see how that work tomorrow. Just trying to learn different avenues. Alright, so once again, thanks to I Cherish Church Network and Keishan Harvey. Thank you so much, Alyssa Map, Carmen Jackson, Big Jack Storytime, the Gen X Effect, WNC Right, Jace, and Dara Street Food. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate manners, love, and respect to everyone. And for now, we will say happy Sunday, and you guys have a blessed night. And to God be the glory. We will be looking out for each other, our brothers and sisters, right across the world that have children and going through something. Okay, and those children are impacted by what they're going through. Don't turn a blind eye no more. We might not like the mama or the papa or the sister or the brother or the uncle, but let's start somewhere. You know, start have a relationship with that family member, or so forth, and at least one of the children, where if you're a family member, so that if any little thing, your mother having a meltdown and brother having a meltdown, sister having a meltdown, or so, they can have the children have a phone where if anything they can call the auntie or so forth. All right, so that way we can each one help one. All right, so that's one of the way I think we can do that going forward. All right, eye for an eye. Your neighbors are so forth and your good people. Knock and see if any here look a meltdown and children in the house or so. Knock and check on your neighbors and see how everything is going. Do they need anything or so? Sometimes you just need to say hello. You could just change that thought process sometime, all right? So whatever we're going to reach out, as the song said, reach out and touch the Lord, we can reach out and touch the people of this world. All right. So until then, family, we have a blessed night and peace out.